off to work, aka First Form headquarters. And when it comes to being able to lose weight or lose belly fat or lose love handles or whatever it is that you want to be to lose when it comes to like losing weight, essentially, well, there is a really great way to be able to figure out the calories that you need to take in. So for me, the way that I figured out how to calculate it is actually set up by a registered dietitian. So this isn't set up by me, since I'm not, I have a nutrition certification, but I'm not an RD, so can't necessarily recommend or prescribe macros. So this is just basically a target to help you get the dart on the dartboard with macros. So an easy way to calculate things, figure things out is first look at how much weight you want to lose. Like the truth is, like if you're wanting to lose some belly fat or love handles, or you're not wanting to get out of breath when you walk upstairs, whatever it is, well then you do have to pick a weight that you want to get to. You have to find out, okay, what's the goal weight that you want to get to, and that's going to vary person to person. For me, I've never necessarily had a massive weight loss journey. The most I've lost is 20 pounds, which to some people would be a lot. To me, doesn't seem like a lot. But if you're going to figure out what are the calories you need to take in to lose weight or lose the belly fat, whatever it is, like you do have to pick a goal weight. And again, it has to be a goal weight that's really correct for your height. And what I mean by that is, okay, because I had someone that I worked with, they were 400 pounds and they were about 5'8", and they picked a goal weight of 300 pounds. Well, with the method I have for calculating macros and calories, well, if you pick 300 pounds for your goal weight, it's not going to be correct, because if you're 300 pounds at 5'8", it's like, well, you still have some weight to lose. So probably a better weight, it's going to differ person to person, but if you're like 180, 190, okay, that's a pretty good goal weight. So if you have more than 60 pounds to lose, what you're going to do is take 10 to 12 calories times your goal body weight. So again, if you have more than 60 pounds to lose and you're wanting to lose belly fat, you want to take 10 to 12 calories times your goal body weight. So for example, like, what's up, Harry? If you're wanting to figure out the calories, again, it's a pretty simple calculation. So again, like if you're, maybe you are 300 pounds and you want to get down to 200 pounds, okay, to figure out the calories that are going to put you in a caloric deficit to start losing the body fat that you want, you would, in this case, take the 200 pounds times 10 to 12 calories. Just pick a range. Honestly, you could pick 11 times by 200. You could pick 12 times by 200, and that'd be the high end of your caloric deficit. And if you hit those calories, you're gonna lose weight, because most of us, and really how we can burn the most amount of calories on a daily basis, it's by our resting metabolic rate. So muscle does dictate how many calories that you burn while you're at rest. So if you're wanting to figure out how many calories do you roughly burn at rest, you can take your body weight right now, times it by 10. That's roughly how many calories that you burn without any exercise added in. So if you're calculating calories this way to figure out what's going to put you in a deficit, well then once you add in exercise, you're going to be moving in the right direction. So if you have more than 60 pounds to lose and you're trying to figure out the calories that you need to be taking in and aiming for, take 10 to 12 calories times your goal body weight. So pick the goal body weight you want to get to lose weight. Now, the other way, because not everybody has a ton of weight to lose. Maybe you only have 10 pounds you need to lose, or 5 pounds, or you'd like to lose 15 pounds or 20, whatever it is. Well, if you have less than 60 pounds to lose, you're going to take 10 to 12 calories times your current body weight. So again, current, not your goal body weight. So 10 to 12 calories times your current body weight. So for me, let's say, because I'm 205 right now and I'm 6'1", so let's say I wanted to lose 10 pounds and go down to 195. Well, to calculate my calories, I would take for me, I would do 11 times 205, and that would get me the calories I need to aim for to actually lose the weight. From there, if you're looking at how much protein should you be taking in, then you need to figure out, really, again, what's your goal body weight, and you want to take in 1 gram of protein per pound of goal body weight. Like, that's super, super simple. Why 1 gram of protein per pound of goal body weight is because that's going to get you close to about where your lean muscle mass is. Again, very, very rough estimate. And you want to, when you're losing weight, you want to be able to maintain your muscle, because muscle helps you burn calories throughout the day. If you start to lose muscle, then the amount of calories you can burn really starts to drop. Yeah, why I'm so yeah, you can't ask why I'm so red. So I have it makes me laugh because it's like it's a common question I get. So I have rosacea. So it's an autoimmune disorder. It's a genetic thing, honestly. So my mom had it. And then I got it. No one else in my family actually has it. So it actually, when it comes to rosacea, funny enough, I know this is off topic, but you asked, so I'm gonna address it. But like if it gets really, really hot, it flares up. Like, you think this is bad? Like, you should see me during the summer. Like, my face just stays red. So, and then also, like if I don't really drink alcohol, but let's say if I do have a drink, well, then that flares it up. So a lot of it, honestly, like as I've done research on it, is really a lot of it can be related back to some gut health stuff a lot of times. So oh, you have an autoimmune disorder as well? Oh, interesting. I don't know if I've ever heard of that. Psoriasis, did I say that right? I think I did. What, and yeah, drop in as far as like what that is. That's interesting. But yeah, autoimmune disorders kind of suck, to be honest, because again, even if you do a lot of research on it, it's like there's things you can do to manage it. A lot of times you don't like there's not going to necessarily be a cure for it. Like I said, with rosacea, I can like do certain things to help out with it. Actually, something that's helped out tremendously, there's like basically medical grade honey, and when I put the medical grade honey on my face, it helps out a lot with the redness if I stay consistent with that daily. And then also something I started to do is in the mornings when I was starting my day, I would usually like start the day with like caffeine or something like that. But instead, what I've done is I've started just to take honey, and automatically that helps a ton, to be completely honest. So that's where there's different things that you can do that help it out. But probably the best thing I need to do is like go get some lab work done for basically just for like my blood, my gut bacteria, to see what that, maybe if there's something that turns up there. So, but I know I took us off topic. Well, honestly, it's like there's a lot worse autoimmune disorders, just being completely honest. Like, I don't know much about psoriasis, but it could be completely worse than mine. Like, at the end of the day, it's like the only thing I have to deal with when it comes to rosacea is I have a really red face, and people ask about it all the time. So I'm like, if that's the worst, then it's really not that bad, to be honest. It could be far, far, far worse. There's a lot worse autoimmune disorders, so I am fortunate. But with thank you for asking. When it comes to the calorie side of things, like, again, just recapping that, it's like if you're wanting to, because that's like the whole goal of my channel, is like, one, I want to be able to connect with people. Two, it's like I want to be able to show, if you're really, really busy, what are the things you need to do to actually lose the weight and get in shape. And maybe you don't even have any weight to lose. Maybe you're just looking at getting in better shape. Everything I cover is going to help out with that. But if you're wanting to lose weight, how you calculate calories, again, remember, is if you have more than 60 pounds to lose, you are going to take 10 to 12 calories times your goal by the 12 calorie range. That'll give you the overall calories you need to hit on a daily basis. If you have less than 60 pounds to lose, you're going to take 10 to 12 calories times your current body weight. So if you do that, like I've done this with hundreds of people and it works really, really well. And again, if someone is actually managing the calories that they're taking in, then like they see weight loss. Like they start moving in the right direction when it comes to everything. Usually where a lot of people go wrong is they think they're taking in the right amount of calories, but in all actuality, they're not. They're actually eating way, way, way more than they think they are. So that's something where you got to be able to manage your calories. That's why I track macros. It's like if you need to follow a meal plan, follow a meal plan. Why am I blushing so hard? So I have rosacea. It's an autoimmune disorder. I wish this was just blush all the time. With intermittent fasting, no, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't call it the laziest way, because you can approach intermittent fasting several different ways. So for some people it works. Like for me, it just wouldn't work, because I mean, if I get hungry, I'll have the tendency to just go cram a lot of food. So something that you can do is let me back up. Intermittent fasting, typically most people will have an 8-hour eating window, 16-hour fasting window. So like basically if you go to bed, let's say you go to bed at 9 o'clock, I mean, most of your fasting will happen while you're sleeping. So that's why I'm like, it's not necessarily a bad thing. But the truth is, like, if you do intermittent fasting, well, it's just another creative way to put you in a caloric deficit, which aka that means you are burning more calories than you're taking in on a daily basis. So you're going to be losing weight. So when it comes to that, it's just a creative way to try to put you in a deficit without tracking food. But I mean, I know people who do intermittent fasting and they still don't lose weight, because at the end of the day, what makes the number on the scale change is your calories. The calories dictate whether the number on the scale goes up or down. So if your weight is just staying the same, like every day or across the week, it's like you're just eating enough calories to just hold your weight right where it is. It means like the energy you're expending on a daily basis is the same as the energy you're taking in. That's all that is. So to make it simple, you can do intermittent fasting, but I would still pick a way to manage the food that you're taking in. Again, like that's why I love tracking. I know not everybody likes tracking macros. I love tracking macros. Does it take a second maybe to learn? Honestly, I don't think so. Like if I would have had someone show me how to do it, I would have picked it up really fast. The only reason it took me a second to learn, and when I say a second, it took me like maybe a day or two to really learn. Like once I learned all that, then it was easy. So if I always tell people like, hey, it's not hard if you have someone showing you how to do it. What's the best protein source for vegans? Right now I am tofu is a great one. Edamame is a really good one. Again, that's not a complete protein source, but honestly, if you're vegan, it's always tough for vegans to get the right amount of protein in. I'm going to be honest, because I actually have coached quite a few vegans in the past, and that was always a struggle, is just getting in the right amount of protein. So my big recommendation would be find a good vegan protein shake and maybe make some smoothies with it or something like that. Yeah, it's a lot of, you'll be living on a lot of tofu, protein shakes, edamame, different things like that. What I'll tell you though, it's like, because I know there's like some burgers out there that are for vegans that have protein in them. And again, those aren't bad options. I mean, I've tried a few. They're good. But when it comes to are they good for you? I mean, they're probably not the best option, to be completely honest, because they're like, it's just not. It's processed. Not that processed food is bad. It's like ideally you want to try to get as much as you can in through whole foods. Like, and again, I work at First Form. We sell supplements. But again, we still preach whole foods first, and supplements just fill the gaps, because at the end of the day, it's like supplements, do I lean on them? Absolutely, they help me a lot, but they just fill nutritional gaps, honestly. So yeah, ideally whole foods the way to go. Protein powder, yeah, like my suggestion, if you go to, like, I'm just gonna pick out a place, and I don't know where you live, but if you go to like Walmart or something like that, then a lot of times, like, they're not going to have great ones there. They just don't taste good. Even the whey protein powders there typically don't taste great. There's some, like maybe Gold Standard is okay. But I just haven't had a lot of good vegan protein powders. I mean, the one that I recommend, Vegan Power Pro. Again, before I worked at First Form, I was a customer, so I actually bought the products. And even though I'm not vegan, I tried the vegan protein powder, and it was pretty good. So if you need me to shoot you over the link to it so you can check it out, let me know. And I can always find some other options potentially too, to send over to you, as far as like good options for vegans when it comes to protein. So, but other than that, again, I wanted to walk through like how do you actually calculate calories to lose the weight that you want. Hopefully that was very helpful. Please like, comment, subscribe if y'all need help with something. Again, the whole purpose of the channel is to give out free value to set busy people up for just their success on a fat loss journey, because it is possible. Because look, I don't have a ton of time in the world to work out, and I don't have the perfect diet or anything like that, but it is possible when it comes to things. So yeah, and user-xy7, again, I don't know your name, but yes, thank you for asking the questions. I appreciate it. Any other questions, seriously, drop it in any other comments or something like that, and I mean, I'll get right back to it. So yeah, hammer me with questions if you got it. But other than that, have a fantastic day. I'll see y'all again soon.